number one rule, especially when it comes to technology, especially when you have tweens and into teens, it's this. If you come to me with a hard situation, you will never be in trouble. But if I find out about that hard situation, and I will, you will be in trouble for lying. Your kids may get into kerfuffly moments when they're learning. They might not realize how deep or how far down a rabbit hole they went until they're already at the bottom. And you want to create a scenario that if they come to you and tell you something bad is happening, that you're not going to ground them for a month, take away their phones, say that they can never see daylight again. That fear sometimes stops kids from coming and telling you what's going on. And I want to remove that so that if your kids are in a hard place, you become the trusted grown-up that can help them solve that problem. Now, the second part of that, right? And so that's the, if you are in a hard situation, come talk to me, you will never be in trouble. We'll problem solve it. That doesn't mean you might not have some big conversations about what to do next time and remedy that, but you're not going to have big consequences. If you find out about a transgression, if you find out about something bad that's going on and you have to bring it to them, I want them to understand that they're not going to be in trouble for making a mistake, for misstepping, for growing up and being curious and ending up in a bad place, because it happens to all of us. That's part of growing up. They're not going to be in trouble for that. They're going to be in trouble for not coming to you, for not telling you about it, by the lie of omission. Or sometimes parents have directly asked questions of, are you texting with a stranger? Have you been out after curfew when I didn't know? And kids will be like, no, not me. I didn't. And you believe them. They will be in trouble and there will be consequences for that interaction where they weren't transparent, where they weren't honest, where they weren't clear with you. That is the problem where we have breakdowns in relationships. Not with, oh my gosh, someone started texting me and I responded and I've said things that I shouldn't have said, but I didn't know I shouldn't have said it and now I'm in big trouble. We want them to be able to trust you and come to you in those moments. It's critical that they can.
Yeah, I love that, because you're separating the decisions you might make around safety from consequences for intentionally lying.
And it's a difference between the relationship element. I want to know that if I tell you something, ask you something, engage with you, we're having an honest and open conversation, versus you're a kid, and I know your tweens and teens don't want to be called kids, but like, you're a kid and you didn't know that this was a really bad choice. And now you feel stuck in your bad choice because you feel like you can't tell me. That misstep in life, we've all done it. We've all had a problem where like, I don't know how to fix this. Let me call someone. I want your kids to call you. And that's very different than the relationship you want to build with them. And if we're not having an honest relationship, everything falls apart. Trust falls apart. It is part of why this piece of the communication is where the consequences come from. Because without that, everything breaks down. And for so many families, that is where massive breakdown happens. And I don't want that to be connected to really hard learning lessons where kids need support and help.